You know, I'm not able to hear. Karthik, are you explaining something? Mhm. So I'm not able to hear.
Yeah, even I'm not able to hear.
Yeah. I think he's continuing.
This is second we joined, right? 45 minutes ended, right?
Yes, yes, yeah, yeah.
So that's the thing, I think.
Sorry. Hello.
We are not able to hear you.
I'm
Only I
sorry.
can hear you.
Yeah. I would thought of it is, just got stuck actually. So what I want to tell basically, okay, so for the 15 MB or the 20 MB or 1 GB whatever, okay, for the only for the one database, they may not using for the availability concept, as per my understand my analysis. So if they are having any additional database, okay, they will go and they will configure it. So the same availability concept we can able to implement a geo replication we have, okay, so we can utilize. And we do have Azure SQL MI also, okay, there we can able to leverage and utilize your configuration, but you can able to suggest this one comparing to this cost, you would have this cost as well, okay, so it is going to reduce. Okay, so first of all, don't take decisions on fly, okay, to try to understand, ask as much as, don't give the commitment one or two calls, okay, so you just try to take as much as information. Then after that, okay, so for 115 MB 15 MB you are going to configuring high availability and the disaster recovery always on high availability. So what is the intent, what is the RPO, why you are or doing the same thing? If you are going on premises going to the cloud, okay, so the same configuration whatever you are saying 16 GB RAM, 200 GB storage. Here if it is they are paying only for the 200 USD, they need to pay here 10 times of the cost here. Okay, so though it is in cloud, but when you go for the actual metrics in the cost perspective, it is going to impact cost related stuff. So everything would have to analyze properly, analysis, take the time and do the making. Okay, boss, this will go for you, this is the cost, and you can able to implement. And if you go for this one, this is the card, you can able to implement like this. Okay, so if you are going to do the high availability concept here, what is the reporting service here? Okay, does they're going to use the same server or the different server? You are saying OLTP database, only one database. So this kind of approach, you understand, first of all, the client requirement. So somebody is asking to do and giving the information instantly, that is not going to work. So why? Because you are going to know trouble first of all. Okay, unknowingly they are going to ask. See, so what their intention is, they need to migrate. Okay, they does not know to the which is going to best suit in a cloud landscape. So you would have to analyze first of all, this small database, does it require high availability? So if I have high availability, what is the RPO and RTO? Okay, so basically high availability to ensuring the you know um, based upon our RPO only. Okay, if it is in less than 5 minutes or 1 minute data, it is not going to impact in the production environment. They'll go high availability, but still we have PaaS environment that features as well. So my straightforward question, just take that inputs and go use that Azure calculator and provide to him cost. But ensuring of deploying of the environment, it is in a different approach. Okay, so let's start deployment process. First of all, try to understand the Azure SQL deployment and all, so that you'll getting know. Okay. So any questions, Karthik, from your end? Madan?
Yeah, we don't have.
Okay.
That calculation, can you tell me by calculator, like?
That is simple, buddy. Okay, so it is not in a
Yeah.
big deal. Just for his question, I'm just exploring, but we will
Okay.
go in detail. Okay, so knowing the things on fly, that is not a big deal.
Okay.
Okay, so we have it in details. Actually, he's having some specific question. That's what I just explored.
Okay.
It is very easy. Even our normal calculator also it will give the question. Okay.
Okay, but you told lift and shift, no, the first you
Hmm.
started. So
Hmm.
it comes under everything that for in that notepad in the paint you mentioned, right? The lift
Hmm.
and shift. So it comes under yeah, these use cases. Yeah.
Yeah. So in the lift, yeah, sorry. So multiple. So in the lift and shift methodology, okay, so these four use cases will come. Okay. So they may use for the lift and shift in the sense, what I'm trying to say, on premises, they will use for the VM only, right? Okay. So
Okay.
this VM, they may use for this concept or this one or this one or this one, whatever they can able to use. So that's what I'm saying. So why we are calling the lift and shift is basically nothing is going to change. Whatever the configuration, okay, so how you are feeling in the on-premises, you will feel same thing, same like only. Okay, you are working at SQL SQL DBA, right? So the same thing you are feel here. There is no, changing the navigation, connecting the servers, everything it is as seamless. So that's what we'll call it as an as is configuration, lift and shift configuration here.
Okay.
Okay, so you
Okay.
feel like in on premises, nothing it is going to change.
Okay.
Only the
Okay.
deployment it is going to change. So what you are going to see here, the additional part, deployment it is going to change. Okay, this is deployment only it is going to change. Other than that, okay, so if you are working in on premises, you are easy to digest. Okay, you want to create the jobs, you want to create the backups, you have to do the maintenance jobs. Okay, rebuild index, update statistics, whatever you are going to do, you will do. Okay, you have to do the patching, everything you are going to do. But again, there is a case variation. If you go for this option, no need to do your end patching and all, they are going to do. Okay, if you are going to do here, you have to do your own patching here. So here you have to do your own patching. Okay, maybe the patching related to Windows or the SQL. Okay, so here is the same thing.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Only you fail an extra additional part, the deployment means the initial configuration. Post that, everything you feel as an on-premises. So slowly we are going to occupy, one by one. Okay, so you said, Azure calculator, right? Simple, you can type in Azure calculator, you'll get like this. Okay, so if you go and do this one, database related stuff. I want to create, any database related stuff. Okay, so let's say I want to deploy Azure SQL database just before I said, right? So this Azure SQL database, okay, so he's saying that, something like, configuration related stuff. Let's say that, compute option. In the compute option, you can see here the lot of option over here. Okay, so we'll go this compute option. It will give some recommendation here. Okay, so go to the add information. You will give inputs. He said that, you would have to ask the which location. So window and the SQL. So always it is going to take, SQL Server and a Windows option. What kind of tier is? So you have, dedicated, models to discuss in details the category information. So you are not able to understand here the category information. So when we are going to utilize, see, he is talking about, OLTP database. OLTP, it is a memory optimized. So when you are going to know, when you go and deploy the VM, during that time only we are going to choose this option. So high performance compute option. So compute option is CPU related stuff. This one, okay. Storage optimized. Storage optimized in the sense, okay. Let's say your configuration is very less, okay. So but storage in 100 terabytes of data. So when we are going to utilize your configuration 2 GB, 4 GB RAM, and 10 cores, and 2 terabytes or 3 terabytes. When we are going to deploy that one configure, basically you are going to use the data any ad hoc purpose. Let's say quarterly or yearly or something like that. If you want to some data warehouse related, okay, not frequently you are going to use, we'll go for that storage optimized, right? So you have the storage optimized, but the configuration is less, but storage perspective you have to take the high speed of, IO ops related stuff you have to take. Okay, so there is a lot of, variations and use cases going to involving. Okay, so these are all the things we can take it here. Okay, so let's say you have, instead of, 14 GB and, 8 cores and 14 GB, just simple, go and see the calculation. Here it is going to show you to 2000 USD, right? This is by default configuration. If you go for the specific, okay, you have to ask them, how many, reserved, okay, so how many storage you have, okay, so let the licensing factors with you, whether it
First,
is
we should
enterprise
ask
edition.
what is the purpose, right, with the client requirement. What is the purpose for the?
Yeah. See, they will give the environment information. You would have to ask, first of all, basic configuration information. First meeting you have to ask. Don't give instant information. You will get, 2-3 meetings will get the client punch. Okay, the pulse, we are going to take their pulse. Okay, if little bit of aware of there, okay, you have to, handshake related maintenance you have to do the client. Okay, you are the own decision maker. You would have to expertise to give the solution first of all. Okay, so then after that, what is the purpose? Okay, let's say your configuration is they are, seeking some high availability. So why was high availability? So does it require high availability? So is there any alternative solution to give them? Okay, if just take the client in your code first of all, then after that you have to play your own game. Okay, so in a pass model or IaaS model, so giving up the multiple option, that it will going to give your, intent our your, intellectual knowledge to work here. Okay, so we have dedicated things here. I'm just, giving the glance of things to Azure. It is very simple, you can able to easily to explore it, but at this moment, as I said, right, so here if you can see what I'm discussing here, the things, right? SQL VM.
Okay.
Okay, so here only SQL client license is there, Windows license client is there. So we can explore these things. See, if I go for this option, the first use case, see here, both the licensing included. Okay, if I go for, client is have SQL licensing, how it is going to show before 2000 USD, right? It is showing 500 USD now. Okay, so I'm just removing this one. Let's say client is
Once
having
you
only Windows license. Let's say this, Windows license. So how much cost it is going to give? The same configuration, 2540 USD. Okay, so let's say you want to take the reserved, I mean to reservation of the either 3 years or 4 years, something like that. So you can explore it basically. So this hybrid option, when you are going to letting know during the deployment, this option it is going to show you. If I'm talking about the hybrid benefit and Azure hybrid benefit and all, you are not able to understand. By seeing of the calculator, oh, it is going to give the information, but somewhere we are going to miss up. I cannot able to explain it what is the hybrid benefit, right?
okay.
So when you are deploying
But
only,
by
yeah,
seeing, we can see hybrid is benefit, like lesser cost.
yeah, that's what I'm saying, boss. Okay, so if you
Okay.
take the both the licensing is there, just 350. So
Okay.
that's what you have to ask the multiple questions to client. Client should not ask you. You have to, that is the main pulse. Take the pulse of the client. Okay. Ask multiple questions. Don't hesitate, first of all. Okay. Asking a questions is, knowing the things better, you are going to smooth, first of all. And
So
the instant, information if you are giving, you are definitely going to trouble first and foremost thing.
okay. So hybrid is, for example, like on-prem VM. Sorry, VM, IaaS VM. Correct? Hybrid.
No, no,
Or
hybrid is not in a, yeah, that is in a IaaS only. Okay, it will
mm,
applicable pass as well. But hybrid in the sense your licensing going to appending or using into the cloud. See, boss, you are a enterprise company. Okay, so
mm,
level 1, so level 3, level 4, level 5. Okay, you have small medium companies, right? See, this
mm,
IBM, TCS, Infosys, Cognizant, they're having direct Microsoft licensing, enterprise licensing with the right. So they're
mm,
taking a 10 years, 5 years, 6 years licensing agreement with the Microsoft. If you go
mm,
for new startup companies and middle companies, they are not going to purchase this licensing basically. Okay, so in the
okay.
hybrid, in the sense, the existing their lines. Okay, see, they are running business, they are using the software licensing with the Microsoft. Okay, if
Mm,
they want to move from the cloud, so
mm,
since they are having the license, that should be utilized, right? If they are not
mm,
utilizing, how the business is going to, so indirectly
mm,
Microsoft, what they are going to do, they are
mm,
going to increase their business indirectly. Boss,
mm,
I'm giving this option to you. If you have the licensing with the SQL, use in cloud, I'll give the discount, so that everybody is
mm,
coming to the Microsoft Azure. If you go for
mm,
AWS RDS and Google Cloud, they are not going to give that option. Why? Because
mm,
Google also to purchase that product to the Microsoft. Azure, AWS also purchase the SQL product to the Microsoft, so that there is a cost. Got it? So this is a
mm,
broader level of aspect to understand the concept in the real time aspect, right? So let's
mm,
jump into the deployment part. Okay, I'll start basic thing. Okay, so whatever we discuss, right, this is what we are going to discuss in a ninth and eighth module basically. Okay, see, understand the high level thing, just start with a granular so that you are easy to digest the things. Okay, let's start the deployment. As I said now, okay, so here is we have in a portal, right? So the one question I want to ask, everybody is aware of to creating of portal, right? Azure portal. Do you require to explain it to take the free trial subscription or what? So if you want that, I'll share in my recording session. Or else no, boss, I don't know. I'll explain it. So subscription, you are aware, right? How to take the free trial subscription?
Right, Fish, could you please go to the case study?
Yeah, that's fine. No issue. So free trial subscription, if you go and portal, first of all, okay, let's type here, okay, just simple type Azure free account, okay. So normally for the practicing purpose, okay, so everybody is going to take, okay, so likewise how we are going to do now currently, the same approach we are going to do here. Okay, so when you're typing, Azure free trial subscription, just Azure portal itself, it is going to give, choose create free account today. Okay, it is going to give, it is going to navigate first of all. Okay, let me go to the other portal. Why? Because I already logged in. I have document as well, step by step. Okay, you can use that one. I'll give it now the step by step process first of all here. Okay, it is simple how we are going to take the Gmail account. Same process, nothing is there. Okay, portal, Azure portal here. Okay, see here, just create your Azure free trial. Just simply what you need to do, just go and click on the free trial subscription here. Okay, see here, start free. Don't go for pay as you go. Okay, just go to the start free. So since I have a lot of IDs is here, you can go for your own ID. Just use your Gmail ID or your Outlook mail ID or Hotmail ID, whatever you want to use, you can use it. Okay, if you don't have, you can create. No, I don't have any account, create one. Just go to this create account. Okay, so just click on this one, give some ID here. Okay, Azure SQL 2025. Okay, so get new email ID also. So here you can able to give, if you have Gmail account, you can use. Okay, that is also, it is going to work on it. Okay, so you have an Outlook or Hotmail, whatever you want, you can take it up. Just go to click on this one. Okay, it is already available, it is saying. Okay, I'm just use for 26. Let's see. Okay, so this is my ID now currently. Okay, just copy and keep it yourself. Okay, so just uh, when we are going to log in, it is going to give some information. See, also create your password. Okay, so I'll just give the password, whatever I like, I'll going to give the password here. Okay, just next, and give your first name. Okay, so in the last name. Okay, Azure SQL DBA, right? So your date of birth and location, India and all. So just month you have to give, which month. Okay, so this is your month and all, so that you can give. Just go to the next. So it is preparing your account basically. Okay, okay, so it is got created, your password and you know your account ID. Now it is going to ask you the details here. Okay, so let's see, this is first name, your middle name is not there, your ID here. Okay, so always remember your ID and provide your phone number here. Okay, okay, so you have to provide your right phone number. Okay, so otherwise uh, it is not going to accept. Okay, so let's say, okay, so this is just phone number I have provided. Okay, so if you want to use, you can utilize. This is going to use some verification information. Okay, just text me. It is going to give some uh, uh, verification code, but it's just simple like our Gmail account.
The main
Okay.
problem it comes for creating is like that a card only.
Yeah,
The card
card
if
you have to use your credit card.
yeah, but while using see if one account is expired, if I use
Uh,
create another one, or it says like it's already used something
yeah, that's what
somewhere.
it is, right? So you have to use every time latest one only. Okay, so you cannot able to reuse that.
Okay,
Okay.
reuse in the sense we need to create a new account or like.
No, you have to use a new credit card. Let's say for the at this time you have used your credit card. Let's say
Hmm.
HDFC. Okay. Next time if you want to create a free tail subscription, you have to use you have multiple credit card. The other one, new one you have to use.
But that's what we cannot use like more than two, I think so, right? So like
Yeah, why you
we
if you have your friends, colleagues, you can use. Why you are using free times? If you want to do something, practice, that is fair enough. Only one account is fair enough, not require multiple, right? But the
Mhm.
practicing class purpose, only one it is fair enough. Why you are using multiple things? If you are
No, no,
not
like
confident,
if it is expired, right? If it is expired, to
uh-huh.
practice again, we need another one, right?
Yes, another one you require. Another you require. So here you have to give your card information basically. Okay. So this is going to give some uh, card details and all. Okay, so organization it is asking. PAN number is not required. Only the thing is, every time you cannot use same credit card. Okay, so you have to use other credit card. Let's say your friends or your colleagues are, if you have multiple credit cards, you can use. That is only the thing it is going to work. Not only for Azure, every cloud vendor. Why they are going to maintain such you have to use this transparency. They are giving free 200 USD. It is all about 15,000 rupees INR, right? So though they are going free, so if you are making some without transparency, that is not going to work, right? So you have to give your credit card here. So by giving of your credit card, what is uh you are going to lose nothing. It is going to, right? They are giving free you. Okay, just 2 rupees it is going to debit, and then um uh, and they are going to credit back to you, right? So just doing 2 rupees and return back to you, nothing. So you have to give your card details here, then the CSV number, and it is going to debit to you the since I am giving wrong credit card information, it is not going to accept. Okay, so you have give the genuine credit card information. Post that, it is going to navigate or move forward to this thing. So once it is everything is done, you will see like this. Okay, or else just go to the portal.azure.com and you can able to here login. See here I have multiple logins here. Okay, so if you want to sign out, you can sign out and do login it here. Okay, so that is also it is going to work. Once after everything is done here, okay, so I'm not going to give credit card information and all. Why? Because I already used a lot of credit card. Now I'm using my pay as you go subscription. So whatever I'm teaching you guys, so it is going to charge me. Okay, so everything it is going to charge. So I'm just be careful, otherwise it will charge monthly 10,000 or 15,000, something like that. Okay, so I don't have any free trial. I'm having only pay subscription at this moment. I don't have multiple credit card. I use that now. Okay. So once after, creating the account and login here, it will show your account here. And if you can see this in all this in feedback, question mark and all, it's all about, setting off your portal. Okay. Nothing is there. Only thing you would have to know basically the, uh, uh, this, command shell just before what you said. Okay. Instead of doing the things using of the GI portal, you can go and, use for the command line as well. This is going to work on it, you deploying your environment. Okay. So this is all about PowerShell command. So let's talk about this left side panel. By default, it is going to give some basic information stuff here, network related, storage related, and resource related and all. Okay. So my point here, as part of this module 3 agenda, I just want to deploy the things. Okay, so I'll go on a cover with the module 2 as well by using of this deployment process. Why? Because it is going to cover everything. Okay, now let's take this one, how we are going to deploy. There is a multiple ways you can able to deploy. See here, let's say I want to deploy the database server, right? So see here, if you can go and click on this virtual machines. Okay, so we'll get options here, creating of the virtual machine, creating of the virtual machine. It is very easy to digest. Okay, so these things is not that much of complication, but we just need to explore it of this option and this option here. Okay, if you can go and click on create. Okay, let's go and take the first option. First of all, don't confuse. First of all, I'm just taking the first option here. Okay, then after second option, then after third option, how we are going to deploy, I'll show it. It's required some sort of things here. Okay, so if I'm going to use this one, okay, if we nowhere it is going to relate into the SQL Server, right? See here, it is going to show Ubuntu server and all. In the drop down list, it will show you those things. Drop down list, it is going to show this. So what is this? Free SQL licensing, SQL Server developer with Windows Server version. See, normally if you go and click this one, it is going to create a VM. Just simply click on create. Okay, so it will create only VM. Okay, only the thing you have to check this option. What is this images and all basically? See, already Microsoft predefined templates is having a here in a marketplace. This is called it as a marketplace. Okay, in a one single deployment, you are combining the OS and the SQL, right? So Microsoft is doing here is the combination of, okay, let's say SQL Server 2016 I want. Okay, so with the deployment process, just search here. So it is showing the combination here. Okay, see here, I have 2016 XP2. Okay, crazy thing is 2008. Okay, if you are going to search here, okay, so not showing. Okay, why? Because it is an out of the box support. Let's say if you go and type 2012 later version 2012. Okay, so you may get some extended support is running. See here, bring your own license. Okay, it means if you are running your on-premises workloads in your on-premises, you can use this one. Okay, so this is what you can able to search it. Likewise, okay, so I'll just type it, SQL Server, just simple. So multiple, combination, you will get the SQL servers here. Okay, it means Microsoft already give you the customization defined here. Okay, so already there is some templates is available. You just utilize and use the templates. Nothing to do. Okay, nothing to do. I want with the combination of the 2016 and the OS version, this you will go and deploy it. The simple thing. Okay, see here how many combination we have. This is the one thing we can able to do, right? I'm just canceling here. One way of doing is click on virtual machine, go to this create option, you can able to explore it. And here you can able to go and click on here, you will create under the compute option. Okay, you will get in a compute option, or else you don't know nothing, you don't know. You just go and search on it here, you will get the options. The other option is all the services here. Okay. So in the services part, what you can able to explore it, I'll go it here, the compute option again, and I'll go and see here, there is all the VM images and virtual machines I have, right? So I'll go and click on this, virtual machines option here. Okay, again it is going to navigate the same process, but navigating the things, it is going to give multiple options. Just click on this one, create virtual machines. Okay, so now I'll go this option, then after that I'll go see here, you can see the SQL Server settings, right? If I go that option, let's see if I go here, okay, it is not going to just see here virtual machine, it is showing here as well, right? So now let's come to this, one by one here. So what we can able to see, as I said, subscription. What is the subscription? Subscription is your entry point of your cloud environment, boss. Okay. So if you want to do your tasks and workload here, subscription is the entry point. Okay. This is your entry point. Okay. So then only you are going to, log in and do your task. Okay. Subscription account, whatever we are going to take the account, that is your subscription account. So these subscriptions again two types. Okay, so organization level accounts, personal account. If you are going to take a free tail subscription, that is like your free account is personal account, right? So if you go for organization level, let's say here you can see this Gmail account, but organization level, the account name and .microsoft.com, or else you'll get infosys.com, or else cognizant.com or xyz.com. So it will come like this. So you don't need to bother about all the smaller thing. The subscription owner, it is going to taken care. Once of the subscription owner is going to taken care, they are going to give you the access to access your account basically. Okay, here I could able to see, right? So you will see this access information, let's say, where you can able to see that after the access information. So this is my directory. Okay, so I have my this tenant ID, we'll call it a tenant ID. If you can see this users and the groups, so I have multiple users. If I want to add somebody else here, let's say Karthik is there, right? So I want to add somebody here, so just I want to create it here. So what level of access I want to give delegating here? Okay, so I can give it, assigning up the role. Let's say I'll give some Kiran. Okay, so Kiran, I'm going to give the access. So display name Kiran. Okay, so SQL admin. So these things you don't need to bother. So if you want to give, you can give, or else give your password if you know. Okay, so I'll make it as like this. Okay. Just simply you have to give, complex password. That is only the thing you can give this. Okay. Go to this, properties option. Okay, so you have to give, Kiran. Okay. And this is in a member type or the guest. Okay, so you are part of the guest is different approach. Okay. So DBA, CP, DB option. Just simple, you have to do, you don't want to do, that is up to you. Okay, so nothing it is going to ask you. Then this is the main important actually. Okay, so where you are going to add this guy, you want to add somewhere, uh, mm, to any group, and you can add it. Okay, so I have a couple of groups here. I don't have any groups here. Okay, so I cannot able to add, right? So add, this is very important role. So what kind of role you are going to assign this work? Okay, so there is a multiple groups here. Okay, so I you can give